Alright guys, I'm back with the necessary tutorial. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I kind of just, I don't script these things. I don't like that. I like to be real. So, forgive me if sometimes, I say the wrong words. I'm back. I got the proper materials needed to continue this tutorial, and let's begin, shall we? Okay, now first, you really want one of these, or something like it. A chopstick will work, but it's better if it has a pointy tip like this, as you can see, kind of sharpened like a stake. One that you might use to kill a very tiny vampire. Now, is it vampires that you kill with a stake? I think so. I don't know. To be honest, guys, I haven't caught up with the Twilight series. I saw the first one. It was wonderful, but, yeah, I just, you know what? The tickets were sold out for New Moon, and, I just didn't want to stand in line all day. Okay, alright. So, okay, now you open the peanut butter up. Ooh. Workout in itself. Now, as you can see, there's a little oil, alright? Now that's normal. If your peanut butter doesn't have oil, that could be a problem. What you want to do is you want to stir it like such, okay? You want to make sure that it's kind of consistent, alright? Now you see the jar right here. What you want to do is you want to pour a little bit of peanut butter into this jar. I mean, jar lid. Forgive me. Okay. Alright. Now. Alright, you see it, guys? I'm making a little bit of a mess here. I'm sorry. Now. Excuse me, but I must indulge. Oh, it's so good. Okay, so what you do is, to start off, you just want to dab the tip of your steak, your wooden steak, into the peanut butter. Just like such. Just a little dab. You don't want to pick up too much peanut butter, okay? Or else you might get some unwanted side effects, but we'll talk about that later. Now, what you want to do is you want to apply this to the affected area. And as you can see, my skin's really good, but there are a few areas that could use a little work, like such. Okay. Dab, dab, dab. All right. Now we're gonna dip it again. All right. The side of the nose. There's a lot of pus that resides in this area. I mean, it's really incredible, actually. Okay. Side over here, too. Alright, okay. Now, I want to just take a moment to kind of warn you guys. It's very important that you avoid any of this entering your nostril. That could be disastrous. It could lead to multiple types of infections. There's actually a psychoactive compound in Smuckers peanut butter too, and should it be absorbed into the mucous membranes in your nasal cavity, you can start to hallucinate, and I'll tell you, it's not the fun kind of hallucinating. It's not like LSD. It's more of a delirious kind of nightmare that you go into, and it lasts a really long time. Unfortunately, I've made this mistake multiple times myself, and wound up in a psych ward after assaulting two old women because I thought that they were monsters. So, like I said, you really have to be careful. This is really powerful stuff. You have to respect it, because if you don't respect it, it's not going to respect you. I'll tell you that much. I learned from my own mistakes, okay? Alright, now, put some water here. Okay. Alright. And a little bit by the sideburn areas. You know how that pus can just sort of seem to pop up over there. Those nasty little whiteheads. Ugh. I just hate them. A little more over here. Okay, on that side too. And now you guys probably know there's nothing worse than a cyst growing by the earlobe. Oh my god. The last time that happened to me, I'll tell you, I couldn't wait for it to form a head and, naturally go away itself. I went to the pharmacy, I bought myself a huge syringe, and I just jabbed that thing in there and just pulled back and sucked that green pus out. Oh, it was painful, but let me tell you, it's a lot more painful to have that thing kind of like festering in you for a few years, Ugh. My God. Alright, put a little more over here. Okay, and a little on the other side too. Okay. Now, on to the next part. Now what we have here is a certain type of jelly. Preserves, I'm sorry. Naturello. Again, very important, because once again, this product also contains a very potent alkaloid, which is known for fighting away T cells, white T cells, which I believe are what pus essentially is. So, what this does is it destroys all the T cells in your face, which is really wonderful when you're fighting acne. So once again, you want to avoid the mucous membranes. Don't apply this to your genitals. I also made that mistake. And I now paid for it with a prosthetic penis, but live and learn. Okay, apply a little jelly to the face. Okay. Okay. Just a little more down here. And a little to the side. Alright. Okay. A little up here. This area is very prone to like kind of keeping oil in. It kind of just sucks it in. I don't know what it is about the brow area, especially in men. Especially in men with high levels of testosterone, which I have unnaturally, because as I said in my introductory video, I had delayed puberty and they had to kickstart things with a little testosterone therapy. Sometimes I take a bit too much of my meds, and I did that last month, and the amount of oil that seemed to get stuck in the pores up here was outrageous. I didn't even, how sometimes you'll pinch your nose and a few little snakes of kind of pus will pop out? Well, I didn't even do that. I just sort of rubbed my brow right here, and this giant anaconda-like thing just started snaking out, and it was incredibly painful because, there was this white anaconda just dripping down my face while blood sort of like just spewed out of the sides. It was really messy. I had to be rushed to the emergency room, and they thought I wasn't gonna make it. Honestly, I lost so much blood. So just, you always want to make sure you get this area because you want to avoid that kind of thing at all cost. Okay, so now, lastly in the tutorial, you need a small fork, like such. Now, oh God, sometimes things are so difficult, I cannot tell you. Now, why a small fork? I can't really tell you, only that every time I've used a large fork, it just hasn't worked, and I've had major problems. Hair has popped up where it isn't supposed to, kind of like on the side of my nose, and not like normal hair, like kind of windy, greasy hair, the kind that you kind of find around, down there. So yeah, just make sure you use a small fork because things get ugly. Let me just take a moment here to say, I know that it sounds like there could be a lot of negative consequences and side effects of using this procedure, but that's only if you really don't follow the directions. If you do exactly as I've just shown you, you will not suffer any negative side effects and you will just prosper. You will walk outside. You will not be called pizza face any longer. You will be a new man or woman or hermaphrodite or troll or whatever you identify yourself as. This stuff is great. It's just kind of like you know how when they advertise different medications, they say, well, such and such may cause this and your penis may stop working or fall off and your teeth might come out and your eyes might stop seeing and blah, 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 blah. It's just kind of a liability thing. I don't want anyone to do this and suffer massive hallucinations, start sporting hair out of the side of their nose or anything like that and then blame me for it, okay? So just remember, I gave you the warning. I told you what could happen if you aren't responsible with this stuff, if you don't respect it. But if you do, if you follow the directions I've laid out for you, you should have no problems and you should only reap the benefits of it all. Okay, so the final part of this tutorial is what I call the kneading process. Now, basically, it's what it sounds like, is you just knead the stuff into your pores. You really want to just get it in there, you know what I mean? You see, the pores, they kind of they're like little holes that go inside a layer of your epidermis, and their hair follicles. You really want to get this inside the pore, okay? It's very important that it gets inside the pore because otherwise you're just smearing peanut butter and jelly on your face, all right? So now you go kind of like... Yeah, it kind of hurts a little bit, but that's how you know it works. Sorry. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Got the nose area done. Sorry. Alright. Okay. Just a little more. Oh. God. Fucking damn it. Okay. Alright. It's not as bad as it seems. Okay. Now, just one more side. And one more.